of athletes who want to be socially conscious and socially active. And he said, it's about time. It wasn't an overwhelmingly glowing report, and that's what kind of caught me by it. But before we continue, got to give it up for my main man, part 2 of the Minnesota Mafia. He comes to us from Duluth, Minnesota, up there in the beautiful North Shore of Lake Superior. RC Ronald Cameron, what is up, my brother? Thank you for joining us, sir, on Sports Done Right. So, yeah, that's what's going on, man. So Jordan comes in. He finally gets involved in the mix today. And you know what? I went both ways on this earlier today. I listened to it on Stewart Media and Entertainment. A lot of the other hosts on the network were getting into this. Obviously, the chat room on Doug's show was on fire with this topic. And make no mistake, folks, make no mistake. There is still a lot of hatred for Michael Jordan because of this very issue. And it kind of like Bernie Sanders supporters, these Jordan haters weren't necessarily won over by this act today. As a matter of fact, it kind of emboldened a lot of people if you look at Twitter and whatnot. So let me know what you guys think out there in the chat room. Mandel Leon says, that's nothing. Jordan bet that money playing golf. Chief Rocker says, big up to Melo. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You got to like that. I'm very impressed by Carmelo. And he's not doing it in a way where he's being, a jerk about it. Kind of honestly, he's being very smart about how he's going about this. And I think that he is really, really, really going to set himself up for something post-basketball in terms of helping to start bridging this divide in not only the African-American community, but other communities as well. So now Jordan steps up to the plate. We'll see if there's more where that came from, and we'll go on beyond there. Moving on a little bit here, folks. Now tell me what you think here. Jim Grobe, Baylor's acting head football coach, invited a young lady named Brenda Tracy to speak to the Baylor football team. As we know, Baylor has been in some trouble here recently regarding rape allegations, sexual misconduct, things of that nature. Their previous football coach was let go over these allegations, and Jim Grobe is trying to do things and start things anew. Brenda Tracy is a woman who said she was raped by 2 Oregon State football players and 2 other men in 1998 and shared her story with the Baylor football team. Now, her talk, as I just said, comes 2 months after a 13-page report that Baylor said that Baylor failed to handle accusations of sexual assault, including some against former football players. And after hearing about Baylor's case, Tracy had called for the NCAA to shut down the football program. Now, what changed her mind was Coach Grobe, who replaced Art Briles within days. And, she says, one thing I try to do is make this real for people. Look at me. I'm a human being. I could be your neighbor. I could be your mother. I could be the person behind you at the grocery store, she said. But I spent all these years wanting to kill myself and hating myself because someone else took my body and I did not give it to them. Now, the team was apparently very receptive, apparently paid very, 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 very good attention. And that's good because we got to end stuff like this. Got to end stuff like this, man. So I just wanted to put that story out there, give props to Baylor's interim head coach for doing that and for working with this young lady. And if it can help that team and help that program kind of turn things around and finally start going in a negative light, then have at it, man. So let's do this. We're going to take a little station identification, do some drops here for the X Squad members and whatnot. We'll be right back in just a few seconds with more Sports Done Right on XSquadAffiliates.com. And, of course, we're riding tall on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
No tricks in 86. It's time to build. Check out the Doug Stewart Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. It's sports talk. It's guy talk. It's fun talk. Once again, that's the Doug Stewart Show. One half of the world-famous Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time at StewartMediaandEntertainment.com. Trust me, you'll have more fun than you can shake a stick at. And I got one question for you. Are you not entertained, huh?
The number one Cheif Rocka jersey firm.
Lonely Hearts Cafe.
Spicy conversations.
It's Vince Wright, the sports governor from Minnesota.
Mandela
Microwave.
Reggie Long, a.k.a. Dollars and Cents.
Kicking it with KC. X gon' give it to you.
Hello, Stu Nation. I am Vince Wright, the sports governor. I am the co-host of the Sports and More Show. Make sure you tune in every Friday on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network at 12 noon to check me out and, of course, my co-host, Reggie Lawrence.
What's up, everybody? I'm Reggie Lawrence, a.k.a. Dollars and Cents, the other half of the Sports and More Show. But the only difference is I'm much smarter and better looking than my main man, Vince Wright. But like Vince said, make sure you check us out every Friday on the SME Network. Peace.
It's beach body season, so if you're looking to get that beach body, there's still time. With IASO-T, the IASO-T is a unique blend of 9 all-natural herbs. Just 8 ounces of tea twice daily can provide you with dramatic results and have you beach ready in no time. Place your order today at www.totallifechanges.com/T-Team. That's www.totallifechanges.com/TEATEAM or call 678-250-5839. That's 678-250-5839. Start working on your beach body today.
Coming to you live from the Sports Mansion in the Palatial Estates here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's Sports Done Right by my man, Vince Wright. And now, the big smooth himself, ladies and gentlemen, Vince Wright. Make a bounce, y'all.
Vince Wright, sports governor, back on the MIC and the place to be, coming to you from Minnesota University. Hey, what's happening, y'all? Vince Wright, sports governor. Sports Done Right is the joint. And I want to thank you all for tuning in. I've got to welcome, of course, he is a Realcast Ranger, and he is host of his own show over there on Spreaker.com as well, Everyday People Show. Let's give it up for G Money in the house, Gary Joyner. What's happening, Gary? Gary, the big Mets fan in the house, but the Cubs are going to do it this year, Gary. Hate to bust your bubble, man. So, other news and notes as we move along here on Sports Done Right. Josh Gordon reinstated. I'm blessed. I'm grateful to be granted this opportunity, Gordon wrote in a statement on his Twitter account. I can't wait to get back out there and play the game I love in front of the great fans of Cleveland. He says he wants to thank the NFL Players Association, Commissioner Goodell, the Haslam family, the Browns organization. Oh, man, Josh is just happy to be back. Let's hope he finds a way to stay on the field because RG3 is going to need him, man. RG3 is really going to need this cat. So if he can do it, hey, I'm down with it, man. But as we have seen before with Mr. Gordon, we're going to have to stay tuned with this brother and wait and see. Anquan Boldin, Detroit Lion. How about that? I've always liked Anquan, man. I think he's a good dude. I think he's a great receiver. Professional, knows the game, knows what to do, knows how to handle himself, and knows how to get yards that are needed. He wasn't going to be available for long, in my opinion, so Jim Caldwell and the Lions gave him a big push, according to the article here by NFL writer Connor Orr. 35-year-old is going to be signing with his former coordinator, who's now the head coach. And again, remember, no Calvin Johnson here, so Anquan may be actually one of the big features in terms of receiver there. So keep your eyes on Bolden as he joins a group of Golden Tate, Marvin Jones, T.J. Jones, and Jeremy Curley. Bolden caught let's see, 69 passes last year for 789 yards and 4 touchdowns. So he ain't done yet. He ain't done. Not at all. Not at all. So let me know what you think. Anquan Bolden out there joining the Detroit Lions. I don't know, man. What do you think about Stafford? Maybe that's the better question. You know who else is out there, folks, and who has been in touch with somebody here? Andre Johnson. That's right. The former Miami Hurricane is out there, and he's chatting it up. 35-year-old wide receiver Andre Johnson had a visit with the Tennessee Titans on Tuesday. Now, Ian Rappaport reported that Johnson was confirmed in town there. No signing is imminent, as all reports say out of there, as the two sides were kind of, just feeling each other out a little bit. But, it's always a good sign for him. I think he's got a little fuel in the tank left. We'll see. So keep your eyes tuned on what's coming up out of Tennessee there. They say Johnson lost a few steps last season, failing to separate from opposing cornerbacks while falling behind Dante Moncrief on the Colts depth chart. So that's why he was let go. All right, folks, NFL game coming up here soon, I think in about a week or so. And as we said, just wanted to give a shout out because I did not do this last week. And I'll get into that chat room here very, very shortly. The NFL Hall of Fame inductees. And again, you're listening to Sports Done Right on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. And we got a caller on the line here. Caller, thank you for calling Sports Done Right. Who do we got on the line?
Yeah. What's up, baby?
Hey, what's going on, sir? Who do we got?
This is number one Cheif Rocka Jersey, bro. What's going on?
Not much, Cheif, man. We got your theme song playing. Hey, Cheif, man, first off, thank you for joining us, again on Sports Done Right, my brother. And I always appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedule, man. Hey, man, what do you think about, and, I'll get to your Giants here in a minute. I know since we got New York's number one fan on the line, we got to talk some Giants and Knicks. But do you think Andre Johnson's got a little bit left in the tank, man? Can he help a team like Tennessee or some other team that needs a receiver?
Yeah, Andre still can play, man. I don't know. I think he stayed in Houston too long. And, by Houston never having a real good quarterback, because I don't know what's going on with that franchise as far as quarterback. You know what I'm saying? By them not really seeking out a quarterback and, getting these good receivers and halfbacks and just killing them because of quarterback stuff, So, I just, Andre just got to get remotivated, man, and, go back to the basics, man. A lot of these cats need to just go back to the basics, go work out hard in the summer, off season, when they're off. And just get that body back together, mentally just get it together, man, so you can go out there and help whoever you go to, instead of just going to get that money and then you can average, I mean, it's all about entertainment. If you can't entertain no more, then, teams and franchises and management ain't going to want you no more, man.
Yeah, very good point. And again, we got the Chief Rocker, host of just about every other show on the SME network. We'll get into the Chief Rocker show and his schedule here a little bit later. But, man, I got him on the line, so I got to talk to him a little bit, man. Now, Chief, let me ask you, man, as we talk about the NFL here, New York Giants, your squad, where do you think they're at? How do you feel as they're heading into training camp? And have they addressed the needs in the offseason that you think that they needed to check out?
Okay. First and foremost, being a fan of a team, you always going to say that, your team going to do this and do that, right? But see, I'm not just being a fan this year, I'm being a realist. And I feel that the coaching change was a big move. We definitely needed to do that. We picked up the necessary pieces on defense. We got rid of some good weight. And offense is number 4 last year. So all we did was got better, man. We just added some more talent, man. They said the wide receiver position is so deep, it's going to be hard to cut in that position. And then the coach is Coach Ferry. He is now letting these guys feel more comfortable as far as in practice, leisure time and all that. It's not like a town conference. Everything is military Joe Blow, like you're in the Marines or something.